Personal finance is not just about saving money and invest. It is for us to have more clarity over our own cash flow. With this clarity, we can use it to plan and make better financial decisions in life. Before we start talking about investing and making more money, let's start from the basics of setting the right money habits. What's up everyone, my name is Raymond and let's talk finance. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the money habits that I practice, which I think will be helpful to you. If you find any part of this video to be helpful, appreciate your help to hit that like button and share this video to your friends. The most important habit is record my income and expenses. I do this once a week using the personal finance tracker that I created. One tip here is that I try to maximize the usage of e-wallets and credit cards so that I have no trouble to recall what I spent. If you're interested to try out this personal finance tracker, you can actually download it for free from my Telegram channel. Some of you might think that recording income and expenses is tedious and waste of time, but trust me, the benefit is huge. Money habit number 2. Set up an emergency fund. As the name suggests, this is money that you set aside only to be used in the case of emergency. The idea of having an emergency fund is to help you sustain your life and pay up your commitments when there is zero inflow of money. For example, when you lost your job. To determine the amount of money you should have in your emergency fund, you need to first understand how much is your monthly expenses and commitments. What's the best way to find out? Of course, it's by recording your expenses. Some experts suggest having at least 6 to 12 months worth of expenses, but there's no right or wrong to it. It depends on how many months you would take for you to find a new source of income, and most importantly, the amount must make you feel comfortable and safe. Remember to review the amount every year because our commitment will increase as we enter different stages of life. For me, I have 6 months worth of expenses sitting in my savings account. Besides giving me the assurance that I can still survive for 6 months without any income, it also gives me a peace of mind when investing. I can avoid making emotional decisions and be less worried when share prices go down. Knowing that in the worst case scenario, even if I lose all my money in the stock market, I still have my emergency fund with me when I need it. Money habit number 3. Create a budget. This is going to give you a big picture of your cash inflow and cash outflow for the whole year. So, at the beginning of every year, I will go through each and every category of income and expenses for last year and ask myself some simple questions. If it is for income, I will ask myself questions like, will I have a chance for increment in salary this year? Will I have a new source of income? How much dividend or capital gain from stocks I can expect from this year? The idea here is to do some adjustment and forecast based on last year's income. Remember to set a realistic target and try to give yourself some challenge. If it is for expenses, I will ask myself questions like, am I overspending on, let's say, food? Is it possible for me to spend less on food? Do I have any new commitments this year? You get the idea. But again, do set a realistic budget, don't over budget or under budget, and try your best to stick to it. Money habit number 4. Put your idle fund to work. The common questions for young adults who just started their career is, how much of my monthly salary should I save? For me, the rule is simple. Number 1. Set aside the amount you need for next month. How to know the amount? Well, record your expenses and create a budget. Number 2. Fill up your emergency fund. If it's not already full, that's it. That's the amount that you should save. So, what about the rest, right? The answer is, put them to work. I know you probably have plans to save some money for different purposes, for example, to buy gifts for your girlfriend or boyfriend, to buy a house, buy a car, and so on. Regardless of the purpose, just don't leave all your extra money in a bank account. Get them to work for you. Again, the rule is simple. For money that you need in the short term, park them somewhere with lower risk. For the money that you don't need in the short term, park them somewhere with higher risk, but potentially giving you higher returns. But before we go into high risk investments, do your own research and learn about it. I will be making a separate video to share with you the best place for you to park your extra money. If you're interested, Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification. If you are looking for ways to easily practice and manage all the habits that I just mentioned, do check out my personal finance tracker. While it is good to reduce and manage our expenses, always remember that spending less and saving money is not the way to go, because there's always a limit to how much you can save. That's all for the first episode of Cashflow Clarity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.